This tool I'm going to show you today helped me create 2 high converting landing pages for my church that real guests are using to sign up for our events, and it's getting some incredible results. Let me take just a quick minute and show you how this works, how to set it up, and the reasons why it might be able to benefit your church. Let's get started. So this is the tool right here that I've been using, and the tool is called Zite. I'll leave a link in the description in case you want to check it out, but there's a couple important things to understand about this software and what makes it unique compared to maybe other AI landing page builders, AI website builders, and let's go ahead and show you the results really quick, how it's working, and then we'll dive into not just the real use cases, but how to set these up for your church and optimize them for getting results. So the first one I want to show you right here is our VBS website. So obviously VBS is something a lot of churches do, and we wanted to build our landing page this year, but you run into a couple of problems. Either you have to build a landing page from scratch. Some events require a full landing page, not just a link to a planning center form. You want to be able to give people an idea of what to expect. And VBS is one of those things because parents are looking to send their kids to VBS. They want to know, what is it like? Is it safe? And also gives a little bit of personalization here. Whereas before we were building templates on the website, that's just basically swapping out the images and text. Instead, can we build something that's a little bit unique? And so this year, our VBS theme was Level Up, and it's Mario theme, video game style decorations and themes and activities. And so the website, we wanted to complement that. And so I used this tool to go ahead and build this landing page. I gave it what I want. I gave it visual examples. I gave it a direction to go, and it went ahead and built this entire site completely from scratch. And so you see here, we have the header image up here, as well as the title. And then it even included like this flashing indicator, how many days until the event, which right now it's only 3 days away. And so it just sort of gives a little bit of urgency there, along with the links to register. So I just uploaded the links into the chat that I wanted it to add to the site, both for the parents to register their kids, as well as for the volunteers to register. And if you scroll through the page, you've also got, pictures from previous years. That way it gives parents an idea, what's this event like? And that way it's a little bit more engaging than just text on a page. And none of this had to be manually built. I simply just provided the pictures, provided the content, and it built all of it. Of course, you got your event details here. Here they can click and it'll add it to their calendar, and then a link to open the location in Google Maps. And a lot of this is very basic stuff, but still very important for people to have, and a time-consuming thing that not a lot of people who work in church are able to sit there and build and flesh out and refresh all the pictures and, give it a different color scheme. And so this is something that it was able to help with. And then, of course, the registration links at the bottom. And, of course, we're running ads to this page right here, and we're getting about $2 per people to register on Facebook. So this is a website that is set up very well for conversions. And we just ran ads to it, and we're seeing results. Here's another one we built out for a conference that we do every year. And totally different visual aesthetic. It was something that before was a template based that I would just change the colors every year. And I said, let's try to give it a refresh and do something different. And so I plugged the info into here, and it built out the whole page, complete with photos of last year. It built out schedules with these, interactive, or not interactive, but, visual cards for the schedules for the day, a speaker list. And then I had it implement a scrolling photo gallery from last year, so it could just scroll through photos from last year that people could look at and see what the event is like, links to register for the vendors. And then down here, what was really nice is I was able to explain what I wanted, which is I wanted the early bird pricing to be featured first. Then once that closes, I wanted that card to lock down and for the regular priced registration to become featured. And so once this countdown ends, it will convert to make the regular pricing card the featured one. So that way it gives a little bit of guidance towards the people who are registering, hey, register by this time to get the discounted rate. And again, I didn't have to pick up a finger for any of this. If you want to make changes, you do have to do a little bit of on-page editing, but this is what I want to get to, and this is the reason why this platform is different and, in my opinion, better than a lot of the tools that I've used before. So here's one of the reasons why. First and foremost, you can come in and you can build your own brand. So in other words, every time you build a site or a landing page, it can have the same visual look. Now, for these two, I went with their own individual look, so I didn't use a brand. I provided, sample images. But that's something that you can do here, which does make things simple. If you're spinning out, different pages that all look the same, you can build a brand and implement it here. And you get one brand for free in your free account. Another thing that's nice is you can plan first. So once you type in your prompt, it will give you not just a text description, it will give you sort of a basic sketch of what the website's going to look like. That way, before you generate and use your credits, you can get a rough idea of how the page is going to be laid out and make any changes you need before it builds the site, which preserves some of your credits. And then, of course, it gives you 50 credits per month completely free. By the way, if you do decide to sign up and you use the link below, you should get 50% more credits to check it out. So feel free to use that if that is a help to you. Of course, if you want to remove the branding and you want to put your own domain on the site, you're going to have to upgrade to a paid plan, which their paid plans are not unreasonable. But if you want to just use the site as is and you don't mind using the subdomain, then you could launch the page completely for free and get things rolling. Another great thing about this builder that I haven't seen other sites or builders implement well is the ability to on-page edit, which you can just do by clicking this edit button here. And it will allow you to, to click and edit text on the page, click and edit photos on the page. There are some limitations sometimes. And if you really want to have fun, you can go and edit the code directly. But if not, you can just type in the chat box what you want and it will make the changes for you. Or you can edit text directly, which is something that not a lot of builders allow you to do, especially not on the free plan. And if you only want AI to edit a specific section, you just click the section and type the change you want to that section. It'll help preserve some of your credits. Okay, and then another thing that I've seen on here that not a lot of site builders have, but is really, in my opinion, very important to having a working website is a built-in database. So you might use databases for when people fill out forms, right, and be able to see the results. And also, you might use databases for, in this example, I have databases for adding the speakers to the website, right, adding photos galleries to the website. I can update the photos by just adding them here. This is not something that most AI app builders allow you to do, and you can do it completely for free here. Integrated database, all of it seamlessly working together. It's the only builder that compiles all of these different tools together. And whenever you're telling it what you want it to do, it will grab the different integrations it needs, have you sign in, and it will connect it for you. Another neat feature is these workflows. So on this one, there's only a couple of workflows, which is just updating, the pictures on the website. But you can have it to where on the page, if you have a form, if you have it build a form for you, you can have it set up a workflow where it will notify you when a form is filled out. You can set it to send an email to the person who fills out the form. You can build these custom workflows. Think of it like a mini version of Zapier, automated systems on the back end of the site that it will completely build for you. And again, if you're not sure how to set it up or how to operate it, if you just type in the AI chat what you want, it will build it for you. So this is a really neat tool that should be helpful to churches in terms of building landing pages in a way to help you save some of your time and focus on building the systems and getting people to sign up and register. And this will take care of all the manual work for you in terms of building the actual site. And like I mentioned, we are seeing results because of these landing pages. It's pretty incredible. So if you're interested in learning more about this or checking out the tool for yourself, the link is in the description. Also, if you want to learn more about how to build some of these systems to grow your church, to grow your church's outreach, I have a link to a free strategy call that you can click in the description box below. I'd love to see if there's a way that we can help your church grow more online and reach more people by building systems for your church to help you grow and to help you connect with more people in advance of visiting your church.